Lou here from Create and Bloom Crafts. So I just wanted to pop up and say we have a little book club over on the grid where we meet up around about every 12 weeks. We have 2 books to read in that time, and most important thing is the book club is for artists, creatives and designers who sometimes just want to do something a little bit different, or perhaps they've lost their creative block and they're taking to books for a little while just to come out of their creative block. And it's been an absolute wonderful place to be, and we would love to welcome you. Now, you don't have to join the Zoom on the 12th week. You could just be involved in the chit chat, and it doesn't even matter if you don't read the books, because just surrounding yourself with stories and things about the books is probably enough to get you infused and take up a new hobby or get you out of that creative block again. So you'd be very welcome to come over there and join us. Every page over there tells a story, all the genres are covered, lots of books that aren't included in book club are recommended, and as you know, I am a savvy book reader and there's no pages left unturned in my studio. I will read and devour the books until there are no more books left on my shelf. So honestly, you're very welcome to come and join us over there. It's an Instagram chat feed, and you can leave if it's not for you. You know, it doesn't matter. You're welcome as and when you want to participate in book club. So do give it a thought. It's a very small group at the moment. It's a handful of people, and not everybody's currently reading books, but they're still involved in the chit and the chat and keeping it's quite a safe space, if you like. So I'm going to review a book that isn't part of book club, which is kind of breaking the rules a little bit, but I feel very passionate about this book and I just want to have my little penny's worth. Not that it's worth anything, but I like to document my books, and this one I tend to do it on TikTok, but I'm going to be doing it more and more over here now on YouTube. So I've got the book here, The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Now, this was written a long time ago now. I can't remember if it's about 10, it's just had a 10-year anniversary, I believe. So it was written a long time ago. It's not just a retelling. It's a Greek mythological book between Achilles and Patroclus. I cannot pronounce it perfectly, so you're gonna have a little giggle all the way through this video. So I started reading this book and I was close to DNFing it. I nearly didn't finish it. It was a tough read, and suddenly I did some research and I was like, why am I finding this book so hard to get my head around? Why am I not enjoying it like everybody in the reviews that I could see on the socials and on Amazon? So I did a little bit of research, got my head around Greek mythology, which I would 100% recommend, because if you have no understanding whatsoever about Greek mythology, it might be a little bit hard for you to get your head around. So you could start off with Stephen Fry's Mythos. You could even start off possibly watching the Brad Pitt and Orlando Bloom film Troy. That would be a good idea to understand about Troy, the place of Troy, the Trojan War, and then what warriors and the difference between warriors and Greek gods. And that would be a good starting place to go if you wanted to read about this gorgeous mystical book. So it's not just a retelling, really. In my opinion, it's an awakening. It takes the grand, sweeping, epic story of Homer's tellings of the Iliad, which is full of war, full of gods, full of warriors, and full of mythological stories that we have grown to love over time, that have influenced our behaviours and beliefs around the world. So this is the love for Achilles and Patroclus. Now, there is no doubt in this story that these two are companions, soulmates. We don't know whether it was a love affair or anything more, but we do know that the story within this book is tender and heart-wrenching. Fragile, fearless, passionate. Miller goes on and on and on through this book, demonstrating how much they love each other, and she shows you in glances, in snippets. So you don't need a degree in classics to fall head over heels into this world, but if you do want to dip into Greek mythology, I would definitely recommend this book. I've read the book and I've also listened to it on Audible, and Audible is a wonderful listen. If you prefer that, definitely give it a go, because it is a great listening. Patroclus narrates the story, and through his eyes we actually see quite a soft side of Achilles. Now, Achilles was the greatest warrior of the Trojan War, and he was this big, mean, butch, insensitive guy who took the war and made it his. Now, there's loads of history between this. Thetis' mother gave him the choice. I'm not hot on all of this history side, but gave him the choice to either live forever or live an unhappy life, if you like, as a god, or live as a human and have a short life, and he picked to live a shorter life. There's loads of stuff on YouTube about this if you want to delve a little bit deeper. It's intense, it's poetic. I think it's one of the most beautiful reads I've ever read. If you're someone in our arty world who creates, who paints, who wants some sort of emotion to get them inspired or get them going again through a creative block, this book is definitely one for you. It's going to play with the heartstrings, it's going to get you thinking deep, and probably get you back into the love of reading if you've been struggling for a while. So there we have it. My first number 10 book of the year. scored it 10 out of 10. Anyway, if you would like to join our creative book club, you'd be very welcome. Give me a message, drop me a comment here, come and say hello over on Instagram, wherever you can find me, and pin me down and say, "Oi Lou, let me in the club." I'll let you in.